In a quiet little village wrapped in green fields and golden sunlight, there lived a young boy named Aadil. He was known for his cheerful smile but also for something he constantly wished he had more of: money. His family was poor, and every day he watched other children buy treats from the market while he returned home with empty pockets. Yet, despite their struggles, Aadil's mother always reminded him of one thing: kindness is the only fruit that never stops growing. Aadil heard it so many times that he could recite it in his sleep, but he never truly understood what it meant. One autumn morning, when the cool breeze carried the smell of ripe apples from the orchards nearby, Aadil walked to school with a heavy heart. His shoes were worn, his bag was old, and he felt as though life had given him less than everyone else. On his way, he stopped near an apple stall run by an elderly man named Baba Karim. He was gentle, always smiling through his white beard, and his stall was famous for the freshest apples in the village. Aadil stared at the bright red apples stacked neatly like shiny marbles. He wished he could taste just one, just once. Baba Karim noticed the longing in his eyes and called out softly, "Aadil beta, come here." Aadil hesitated but stepped closer. Baba Karim picked the biggest, brightest apple and placed it in Aadil's hand. "For you." Aadil's eyes widened. "But I don't have money." "It's a gift," Baba Karim said warmly. "Eat it, and may your day be sweet." For the first time in weeks, Aadil felt a wave of joy wash over him. He thanked Baba Karim again and again. As he walked toward school, he held the apple like a treasure. He was about to take the first bite when he heard a small sob coming from behind a tree. Curious, he walked closer and found a girl around his age, thin, trembling, and crying quietly. It was Sarah, a girl from his school who rarely talked to anyone. Her clothes were torn, and her lunchbox lay open on the ground, empty. Aadil paused. He looked at his apple, the apple he had waited so long to taste, the apple he believed would finally make his day better. He looked at Sarah again. His mother's words echoed in his mind: kindness is the only fruit that never stops growing. Before he could overthink, he walked up to her and gently held out the apple. Sarah looked at him with confusion. "For me?" Aadil nodded. "Yes, I think you need it more." Her tears stopped as she slowly took the apple. She held it with both hands as if afraid it would vanish. The tiny smile she gave him was warmer than the autumn sun. For reasons he couldn't explain, Aadil felt lighter, happier than he would have felt even if he had eaten the apple himself. The day passed normally, but something in Aadil felt different. When he returned home, he told his mother everything. She listened carefully, then hugged him, whispering, "Now you understand the real sweetness of kindness." But Aadil didn't know that his small act of kindness had started a chain he could not see. The next morning, when he walked past Baba Karim's stall, the old man called him again. "Aadil, come here." Aadil wondered if he was in trouble for giving away the gifted apple, but Baba Karim looked at him with soft eyes full of pride. "I heard what you did yesterday," he said, placing not one but 3 apples in a small paper bag. "Kindness travels fast, and when it returns, it brings friends along." Aadil shook his head. "Baba, I didn't do it for a reward." "I know," the old man replied. "That's exactly why you deserve one." Aadil walked to school with the bag of apples, feeling grateful. At lunch, he saw Sarah eating happily, and with the extra apples, he shared them with 2 other children who also didn't have lunch that day. Their faces lit up just as Sarah's had. In just 2 days, Aadil had made more friends than he had all year, and it all started with one apple he never got to taste. Days passed, and Aadil continued helping others in small ways, sharing his pencils, carrying books for younger children, sitting with kids who felt alone. Slowly, the whole school noticed him. Teachers praised him, students admired him, and even the headmaster mentioned him in the morning assembly for being an example of true kindness. But the biggest surprise came one afternoon when the village organized a harvest fair. Streets were decorated with colorful banners, music echoed through the air, and stalls lined the roads selling fresh fruits, handmade toys, and sweets. Everyone was excited, but Aadil knew he had no money to buy anything. Just as he stood watching other kids buy snacks, the headmaster walked up to him with a proud smile. "Aadil," he said, placing a gentle hand on his shoulder. "We want to honor you today." Before Aadil could understand, the headmaster led him to the stage in the center of the fair. A crowd gathered. His mother stood in the front row wiping tears, and Baba Karim smiled at him from a distance. The headmaster raised the microphone. This boy has taught us all that the smallest kindness can grow into the biggest change. Today, we award Aadil with the title of the Apple of Kindness. A round of applause filled the air as Aadil was handed a shining medal shaped like an apple. It wasn't gold or silver, it was something better. It was a reminder of the day he chose someone's hunger over his own desire. The villagers came one by one to congratulate him, offering him sweets, gifts, and warm wishes. Aadil felt overwhelmed. All he had done was give away one apple. When the crowd faded, Baba Karim walked up to him and gave him a basket full of apples, the freshest from his orchard. Remember, Baba Karim said gently, one apple of kindness can feed hundreds of hearts. Aadil realized that day that true richness didn't come from money, clothes, or treats. It came from the goodness you plant in someone's heart, because it always grows back to you in unexpected ways. As the sun set behind the orange sky, Aadil walked home beside his mother, carrying the basket of apples. The cool evening breeze touched his face, and his heart felt full of love, full of joy, full of kindness. He finally understood the real meaning of his mother's words. Kindness is the fruit that never stops growing, and the more you share it, the sweeter life becomes.